Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range. We're here just down from the Bodemüntsee above Murten, that medieval walled city there, for the second showing of the Murtenschiessen on Bloke on the Range. Now, the Battle of Murten, 1476, in fact it was the 22nd of June 1476, was one of the key battles in the early Swiss Confederation. Burgundians, with some English mercenaries, thought that they would take Murten and turn this area into part of Burgundy. They lost. Anyway, we're not going to go over all of that again because we've done it once already. So what I suggest you do is that you click on the link in the corner or in the description, go watch that, and in a couple of minutes we'll still be standing here. Three, two, one, you're back in the room. Now, because we don't want to just rehash stuff we've already done, we were thinking, okay, what could we do differently, what could we show differently with one of these historic shoots? First of all,
dress up like idiots.
Dress up like idiots as a little teaser for future Bloke on the Range projects. Secondly, show a shooter's eye view of what's going on, so that you can sort of get a bit of the experience of what's actually going on, what it's like to shoot.
Yeah. We hope.
We hope
everything's lined up.
Yeah, we hope that the cameras will line up and you'll see what's going on. But all of the historic shoots we've shown so far, we've had the camera sort of third person, and we focused on the history. And this one we focused on the history already 3 years ago. Enjoy the production quality, by the way. We're going to do it from the shooter's perspective. Because we are still on a bit of a roll of basic, earthy, back to the roots of shooting, we are shooting naked K31s. The target is a...
if I may interject here.
Oh?
What's that?
That I feel slightly bad about. Right.
He's a cheat.
We have a slight issue here with this rifle. I want to shoot this rifle because it's the one that I got an opportunity to at least shoot at 300. The target differs every year, and this year it's a letterbox and it's at about 200, but we'll get onto that in a minute. My front sight there is 2 sizes too long, so I shoot about 30 centimeters too low with this rifle, and unfortunately my shortest front sight has not arrived yet. So what I've had to do was I was either blah 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 blah, bit of theory, yes. Excuses. Basically, I needed a setting on the rear sight that was halfway between 200 meters and 300 meters. So what I've got on here is a fine corrector, which I have set by feel, or it's just a little wedge that goes on the barrel, and I've set it by feel to be part way between 200 and 300, so that hopefully that's going to be more or less good enough for government work. But I do feel slightly bad about it. But couldn't actually go and train because it was the school end of year concert on Friday, and
it's that time of year.
It's that time of year. So this is a suck it and see estimation elevation, and then I'm going to aim just under the black on the target and hope for the best. It's also shooting quite considerably downhill.
Oh yeah.
Which you'll see. Luckily we're on the left hand side of the range where the angle of the range is okay. On the right hand side it's quite horrible, and I actually got cramp in my back first time I did it with a Strongman 90 on a bipod.
And we're both shooting on the same target, and
oh yeah,
we have a crafty way, well actually it's a very traditional way here of telling which shots are which on the target.
We paint them with lipstick for one person.
Yeah, lipstick is in high demand in this competition. You have people going around asking, have you got lipstick?
Yep.
Unfortunately I left mine at home, so
yeah, we
had to borrow some.
Yeah, so we'll be able to distinguish whose hits are whose, because we couldn't match up a Strongman 90 shooter with a GP11 rifle on every target this time.
Yeah.
So we'll show you the whole procedure with headcams, so we'll be looking even more idiotic rather than just being dressed as peasants and Korean War soldiers. We're shooting kind of into the light, and we can't wear a hat because we've got the cameras, and we'll just see how it goes, and we'll see if we can get someone to hold the normal camera, if I can requisition someone.
A youth, maybe.
A youth, or someone shooting on a different detail. See if I can find Sandra again. So there you go, let's see how we get on. The kids running out to exchange the targets.
Yep. And the kiddies picking up brass between each detail.
Any preference?
No. None whatsoever.
Neue Serie.
Yeah.
Gruppenziele gut kontrollieren, stehen bleiben, nichts deponieren. Nouvelle série.
Oops.
Contrôlez bien vos cibles de groupe. Restez debout, ne rien déposer. Hülseler zurücktreten.
12 rounds in 4 minutes.
Waffen und
therefore.
Munition deponieren. Liegen und einrichten. Hülsenabweiser montieren. Déposez les armes et la munition. À terre. Installez-vous. Fixez le déviateur de douille.
Oh, it's very strange being downhill.
Yes, it is very downhill, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sights. Ooh, natural alignment is difficult in this situation.
200.
That is a very small target over open sights.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Well, I'll aim under the black. What black?
yeah. Oh, nearly got my natural alignment.
Das Programme ist 12 Schuss in 4 Minuten. Le programme est 12 coups en 4 minutes. Laden chargé.
Well, best of luck.
Likewise.
Antragen. Épauler. Feuer. Une minute. Minuten, 2 Minuten. Drei Minuten, 3 Minuten.
How was that for you?
Goodness knows.
Yeah, quite. I just gone over the top, and that horizontal bar is kind of hard to aim at. It kind of disappears.
3 Minuten, 30 Sekunden. 3 Minuten, 30 Sekunden.
I really can't say.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed myself.
I'm sure my second shot went over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up holding possibly a little low, but this is all guesstimation based on that guesstimated sight setting, so we shall see what it is.
3 Minuten, 50 Sekunden. 3 Minuten, 50 Sekunden. Achtung! Attention! Halt! Entladen, sichern, liegen bleiben. Retirez les cartouches, assurez, restez couchés. Entladekontrolle durch Schützenmeister. Contrôle du retrait des cartouches par les moniteurs de tir.
I almost wish that I'd just set it to 300 and aimed underneath, well underneath.
Yeah, it would have been one solution.
Yeah.
Ist gut. Hallo, guckt mal alle schön. Josephus, hübscher.
Merci.
Oh,
Merci. Bonne journée.
See?
jetzt hat man heiß gemacht. Ist gut, der muss aufstehen. Ist gut, merci.
Auf, vor die Säcke treten, linksum abmarschieren, schönen Tag. Debout, avancez devant les sacs, à gauche, départ, bonne journée.
Oh, that's hot.
11. Serie, einmarschieren. Huiselijk, geef me.
So, how was that, your first go?
Well, I mean, shooting's fine. But yeah,
Downhill?
yes, the position of having your head almost below your feet
Yeah.
is a bit odd to get into your natural position.
Yeah, it was hard, and it's lumpy ground as well, so you can't freely choose where to put your elbows.
Oh no, it's just wherever the previous shooter dug his, or successive shooters have, that's where you're going.
Yeah. So, there we go.
Now we're a
That's
war
Hannah's
of
got
beer and sausages.
that. Definitely. Aha.
Really, take these off now.
Yeah. Right. Cheers.
Hopefully 24 rounds on the target.
Doubt it.
We shall see.
So, there you go. Sorry for the angle on the cameras. That was the first time we tried that. They ended up being, well, you get the full operator's eye view of the whole K31 operator experience.
See, two ways of not completely putting your thumb in
And stuffing up that sixth round. Getting that sixth round is a pain. Anyway, this is now the Wednesday after. We couldn't finish the video on the day because we had a nice lunch, but we didn't get the target photo until much later. We'd both gone home. So now we've got the Usterstall in the background. We're in our stomping ground down by the Tunesee. Now we actually shot as sort of filler in as guests of one of two teams put up by the Société Tir de la Ville de Fribourg. So the Fribourg town shooting club. We had 10 seniors, including us. We're getting on now. And then there was a junior team, and the junior team beat the senior team with a little bit of help from someone who will remain nameless. Yeah. To avoid embarrassment on the senior team, who shot at the right target, wrong group. Yeah. Anyway, so
not us. Just
they came 50th out of was it 121?
Was it?
And we came 120th.
127.
Oh, sorry, 127. Yeah. Yes, they came 50th.
Slightly less embarrassing.
With some help, and we came 120th with one shooter not doing it. But on the other hand, the naked K31s did do good work, because our target, and it was 2 to a target, was the best in our section, and in fact of the two sections, aside from the one that got cross shot onto, which obviously was awesome, put in an impossible number of points, but it counted. There were 120 shots on all the targets, so that was fine for them. We made allegedly 24 hits, so an entire complement of hits on the paper, of which 22 scored, and they were very generous with a double in the 3, and 3 was the highest score, was the letterbox.
It does. I can understand why they scored it.
It was very generous of them, I thought.
We'll take it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't tell from the photo. Excuse the trucks. We can't tell from the photo exactly which shots each of us fired. Some of them we can tell. Mine, with the lipstick on, have a little bit of a pink surround, and
it's just the resolution of the picture isn't enough. Yeah,
it's kind of hard, even when you've got them with you. Sometimes it could be hard to see, because it just leaves a sort of pinkish smear on the shot hole. But our shots are pretty well intermingled. If anything, mine is slightly higher than yours.
Yeah, I was saying there's no distinct group you can say that's yours, that's mine there.
Yeah, they're intermingled enough. I think my sight setting, my guesstimated sight setting with the fine corrector, which only adjusts for elevation, by the way. Back in the day, when it was far more focused on military style shooting, initially you had to shoot with the settings, and then they allowed fine correctors for elevation only, and then later they allowed lateral ones, and then later they brought in the modern diopters, which you've seen plenty on the channel.
So so we outshot Sturmgewehr 90s, with diopters. I don't know, was there a tricked out 57 in our section?
I don't think there was. There was a basic one. There was one
Langgewehr.
There was one Langgewehr shot naked. Yeah. And with the juniors, who were pretty much all shooting Sturmgewehr 90s, the best junior target scored the same as us, 46. So we're pretty happy with that. Yeah. Now I could see the black letterbox to aim at it, and I aimed just underneath it, because I do like my shots to go just a little bit over where the front sight goes. Minimum.
Yeah, I could see a grey smear, and I just put the sight at the bottom of the grey smear, which probably explains why I'm slightly lower.
Yeah, you're slightly lower, because I could at least see the mark well enough to aim at it, rather than it just getting all smeared into one slightly greyish blob on a slightly lighter grey target, which at that range, it's a blob. They are very small targets. When you look at them up front, you think, 200 metres, that's all right. But then when actually they're down there, they are mightily small.
And actually, the initial shock of having a head down, feet up position, actually once you're shooting, it goes away.
I mean, you've got a limited amount of time to set yourself up, and we weren't using modern fancies like shooting jackets and sling hooks, so we were just lying down in
on a potato sack.
Yeah, on a potato sack. Get into a hasty sling, because it's the only way you can use those slings. Find 2 divots that roughly correspond to where you want your elbows, and then already they're saying load, and you're like, and then you kind of just get on with it. And
I mean, the 4 minutes is plenty.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I tend to be done in about 2, because I don't like to hang around, because you're holding the weight up.
People with 90s just go burp. Finished.
Dunk, dunk, dunk. So you have now popped your Murtenschiessen cherry.
Yeah.
That's my 3rd attempt. My first one was with now your Sturmgewehr 90.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like that. That didn't go very well. Second time was with my first K31 with diopters, and that's in the earlier video. And then this time shot back to the roots. Yeah. So I think that was fun. Are there any other points that I've forgotten? Oh, thanks to Thierry and Co. of the Société de Tir de la Ville de Fribourg for inviting us along to shoot and being excellent hosts, and thank you so much for that. That's great.
Yeah, we only came for the apéro at the end, honest.
So thanks very much for that, and hopefully we can do a repeat one next year, and we'll think of something else.
Crossbows!
Crossbows. You just want to do it with a musket.
I'd love it.
Just how many rounds can you get? 12 rounds off in
How many? 4 minutes.
4 minutes. We'll be getting warm by the end there.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, I hope that was at least vaguely interesting to see it from the shooter's perspective for once. And thank you very much to Anna for holding the stationary camera.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That was very helpful. So you'll see more than just our rifles and maybe a bit of the ground in front of them. And so please, if you haven't considered supporting us on Patreon yet, please consider doing so, because it really helps us to keep producing content like this. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. If you've seen the state of the channel video I published recently, and this video is definitely a last in first out, because it's going to go out pretty soon after being uploaded, because it's fun.
The targets are still hot.
The targets are still hot. Please consider coming to our shoot on the 2nd of November. That will be an awful lot of fun. Do that. Send us an email. Go look at the video about that. Send us an email and we'll sort that out.
And remember, there's an English one, a German one, and a French one.
Yes, and they're all linked under the video. So if you're sending me an email saying, "Can you send me more information?" I'm going to reply with exactly the same link that is under the video for the 83rd time. Thank you very much anyway. So see you again sometime.
Bye.
Bye.